Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Lowry at Home. You know, I'm here in my yard, and what I've been noticing is there are a ton of birds starting their fall migration and moving through the woods here where I live. I hope maybe you've been noticing that where you live. You know who else I'm sure has been noticing is the bird nerd, and Mr. Josh Sweet is back to tell us what he's heard from the bird nerd in today's segment. So take it away, Josh.
Welcome back to What I Heard from the Bird Nerd. I'm still your host, Josh Sweet, from the Lowry Nature Center. A lot has happened in the bird world since we've last seen each other. Some birds have already begun their journeys south for the winter, others haven't even started and may never intend to. This, of course, happens each and every year during fall migration. We sit in a fantastic location here in Minnesota to observe fall migration. And that's because we are along the greater Mississippi River flyway and migration corridor. This migration corridor acts as a roadmap that helps many birds each year with their migration pattern. In fact, just the other day, ornithologists predicted that over 30 million birds were traveling over or through our state in a single day. Most birds do migrate. They do so in order to find a place with suitable climate for their particular species. Some birds travel outstanding distances during their annual migration, including Bohemian waxwings, who migrate from northern Canada near the Arctic Ocean to Minnesota in the winter. Another example, olive-sided flycatchers, who migrate from Minnesota all the way to South America. Both of these routes are over 3,000 miles, and they still make that journey with their wings twice a year. Kirk, would you mind helping me out with a few photos of these species and also a map that outlines their migration route? Thanks. Some birds, however, will not migrate in the fall. Some birds are hardy, and some birds would just rather not go to all of the effort to migrate seasonally. Some birds have behavioral adaptations that help them to survive winter, which makes it not as necessary to migrate in the fall. Some behavioral adaptations include birds that puff up their feathers to create extra insulation, kind of like a down jacket to help keep them warm in the winter time. Birds here in Minnesota that commonly practice that behavioral adaptation would be American robins. Some birds have physical adaptations, like sharp beaks that help the bird to forage for food in the wintertime, when that's a really important time of the year to be able to find food and keep warm. A good example of this physical adaptation would be a pileated woodpecker. Some birds even have body systems that allow for better blood flow when temperatures beneath their feet get as low as -30 degrees here in the wintertime in Minnesota. Black-capped chickadees have this sort of body system that allows for better blood flow and therefore makes it so their feet don't freeze to the ground. Kirk, would you mind showing us photos of these three species? Thanks. What can you do to help birds during fall migration? Well, that's easy. Number 1, use decals or another way to make your windows obvious to our feathered friends. Number 2, Put out black oil sunflower seeds for birds to eat. And number 3, take a younger student birding with you and inspire them to take interest in the natural world. Just as a reminder to everyone, there are no fees or reservations necessary to visit the trails at the Lowry Nature Center from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. daily. The Nature Center is one of the best hotspots for birding in the entire state. Thanks again to all of you for tuning in. Keep your eyes on the skies and happy birding.
Thank you, Josh. That was great. Now, if you are into birds and you want to actually see some of these songbirds up close that are migrating, I've got a great opportunity for you. This weekend, I'm going to be at the Nature Center doing bird banding with our wonderful crew of volunteers. We're going to be catching live songbirds and putting a little metal band on their leg and then letting them go. And that metal band helps us track where they're going for migration, how long they live, and a bunch of other fun stuff. If you want to see that up close, you can this weekend. Now, it's a free program, but you do have to pre-register because there's a limited number of people that we can have attend and maintain safe social distancing. So you can sign up for either the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or 11 o'clock session. There's information I will post down below in the comments so you can find out how to sign up for one of those. Again, it's free. I hope you'll come on out and see us doing our research here this weekend. Should be a lot of fun. So I'll see you at bird banding, and if not, I don't see you there, then we'll see you back here next week for another Lowry at Home. We're doing this 10 o'clock every Monday morning. So we'll see you either this weekend or maybe we'll see you on Monday. Have a great day.